So I'm gonna say this, and I know it's gonna be some ladies that don't like it, but I'm not saying this to be liked. I'm saying this because this is something that I feel one, and I'm saying it and sharing it because I'm sure there are other men that feel the same way, or probably don't even realize they feel this way, and it just takes for them to hear it to be like, you know what, that's me. Because being aware of who you are is very important. And I also want females to understand, even if they haven't met a guy like me who was about to say what I'm about to say, that they have to understand that there's guys like me, and it's not a bad thing to think the way that I think based on what I'm about to say. So, as a single man at 45 years old, obviously you're going to come across women of this age range that have children. I am not in the stepdaddy business. I'm not even in the father figure business. I don't have kids of my own because I'm very particular about who I have kids with, and I refuse to have kids with anybody who I wasn't going to be married with and be a partner to throughout the entire situation. I'm not the baby daddy. What I'm saying, I don't say I'm not the baby daddy one. We don't even have to be married. But I have to know that me and this person that I'm having children with have a solid situation that we can raise children in. Um, Society and the norm has told us first come to love, then come marriage, then come to baby and baby carriage. I don't. For me to have a child, I just. What I'm saying is, I don't. I don't do the baby daddy thing in the sense of how we look at baby daddies. Like we single, she doing her, I'm doing me. When I say baby daddy thing, I say it because one, I don't have to be married to have kids with you. Two, I don't have to live with you to raise kids. We can be in our situation. I'm with you with me. We fuck with each other. We don't have nobody else in our life. We got kids together, but we don't live together. I need my space. We got kids, we fuck with each other, we spend time with each other, we go over each other's house, we do the family thing, we do whatever we do as people who fuck with each other. But when it's time to go to bed, motherfucker, you go to your house and I go to my house. At this stage of my life, I feel like that's what's best for me. Would I have done that early years? No, because society and the norm says if you're in a relationship, you're supposed to, especially if you're married, you're supposed to cohabitate, and you don't always want to cohabitate. I don't. I need my motherfucking space. So, I'm not in the business of being a stepdad. I'm not in the business of being a father figure, especially if the father's around. Now we gonna be together. We gonna be together. What's going on with your kids and their daddy or whatever? I ain't got nothing to do with that. If I just so happen to develop a relationship with your children because I'm around them and I acknowledge you have them. And if we do shit, cool, the kids come along, I'm saying whatever. But I'm not actively, and I don't feel like men should actively or be pushed to actively fill that role in your child's life because I'm with you. That whole package deal shit, that shit kiss my motherfucking ass. Me being a positive male role, a positive male in your children's life is my choice. That is not something that should be pushed on a dude. If he's with you, he with you. They got a father, they got somebody to be a father to them. If the nigga ain't doing his job, that's something you and that nigga need to deal with. But to say another man is supposed to come in and because I like you, I'm supposed to like your kids or be around your kids or be a father figure to your kids, no, that's something that has nothing to do with your relationship with that man. That's the relationship with your kids should be one that the man develops on his own if that's what he wants. If it gets to the points where y'all do cohabitate and it's getting serious and you are with her and the kids also live in the house, yes, you're going to cohabitate with the children and there will be a way of life that's developed, but does that way of life have to include, have to include me being the father figure. If you a child in my house, yes, I'm gonna look out for you. If you a child in my house, yes, I'm a fucking discipline because I'm saying you're not gonna be in my presence and just do shit. I'm not gonna say shit. And that's the other thing. If you're gonna be with a man and you want this man, if you're gonna be with a man, especially if you are the type of woman who wants the man to be the father figure, motherfucker, let him be the father figure. Don't say, oh, you go, it's gonna be a package deal and you gotta be, but then when it's time for me to put my foot down as the motherfucking man in the house, oh, don't talk to my kids like that. Oh, now it's your motherfucking kids, but it's a package deal, right? So if I'm gonna be the father figure, the motherfucking stepdaddy, then I'm gonna be the motherfucking daddy of whatever the fuck is going on in this house. Just because there's a step before my name or before that title, don't mean that I'm not still the motherfucking man in this house. And as part of the man in this house, I do what the man in the fucking house does, which is run this motherfucking house and discipline and motherfucking keep controlling this bitch. If that means motherfucking stepping to your disrespectful children or coming at your children when they fucking up, then that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. As a man who has been out here for 45 years, that's been in relationships, met women, talked to women, have women in my family, things of that nature, I'm a very inquisitive person who's always asking questions to understand because sociology and the way people think and why people do things is something that I'm very into. So I'm always doing things like this, not just to put my information out there, but to get people's views on what I said, actual intellectual views, not your angry, fucking dramatic, fucking damaged ass fucking shit trying to be a fucking jokester because you can't fathom that what I'm saying is an actual thing because you've lived under the fucking rock that your parents put you under because you only know and believe what the fuck your mom and daddy or just your mama or whoever the fuck else in your life taught you their shit. What I've learned from my mother is that what the fuck she taught me is not all that it is to know in this world. So I don't live simply by what my mama taught me. What my mama taught me, if I go by it, is because I've been out here in this world to see that what she taught me has valid relevancy. Oh yeah, she said that you should do this, this, and this, and from being out in this world, I see that doing this, this, and this is helpful. So yes, I'll do that. Not simply because mama said so. Y'all mamas tell y'all, you gonna be with a man. First of all, your mama should have told you to get married. Stay married. Have kids with your husband. And be together till you fucking die. All y'all who got kids ain't never been married. Was that what your parents told you to do? But you didn't. So we can't sit and make it seem like what our parents tell us is the end all be all. We can't act like when we interacting with other people is not important because we all come from different places and know different shit and learn different shit and experience different shit. And we can get a better view of who we are in the world we live in when we embrace other people's views, thoughts, ideas, opinions, and ways of life, and not just think how the fuck I was raised under this iron fist of do what I say, not what I do, cause I said so shit is not how the fucking way the world works. So I say all this to say, as a man, single man, never been married, no children, by choice, because I'm not pressed to be in a relationship to the point where I'm gonna be in some shit and I don't know 100% that this is gonna be for me. The people that I've met, at some point during my interaction with them, I realized they're not for me. Do bitches want to be with me? Yes, they're bitches. But that's just how I talk. Are they bitches? They're bitches. Are all women bitches? Maybe, I don't fucking know. But that's just how I talk. I say I use bitches for women the same way I use niggas for dudes. It's not in a disrespectful way calling you a bitch because that's how you act. That's just a word for how I describe women the same way I use nigga to describe dudes. Um, no type of malice or anger or anything behind that. It's just a word for a woman. Niggas and bitches. Bitches and niggas. That's all it is. So y'all motherfuckers say, oh yeah, no wonder you don't have a woman because you call women bitches. Yeah, bitches call niggas, niggas, bitches, bitches. Not what like I said for disrespectful reasons. You can be that bitch. Yeah, that's my bitch. Oh, that's that. See her right there? That's that bitch. So it's not always for bad reasons. But I know when a man says it, when a nigga says it, y'all always take it as something negative. But again, no man should be forced into some package deal with you and your kids because you didn't make better decisions with your body, who you gave it to, who you had children with, and because you can't manage that to have their father around. A child who has a father around, or a woman who has children whose father is present, they're not asking their man to be a part of the package. I take care of my kids, their father there for them. I just need a man for me. It's always the women that ain't got no man and the father ain't doing shit who's trying to force that job onto somebody else. Now, if the father's not around because they dead, unalived, like that. Do I have to say unalived so that social media don't fuck with me? I don't know. But if the man is not existing, okay, that's a different story. Yes, you're having a male figure in a child's life is very important. I do not mind by choice if I decide to do it to be a positive male presence. But you ain't gonna force me to do it. Bitch, you ain't gonna force me to do it. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. And that's just how I feel. I'm sure it's other dudes that feel that way. It's probably dudes that never even thought about it that way because, again, society and the norm says that you got to be a package deal, you got to be a father figure to some kid that ain't yours if you want to be with a woman, and a real man would do it. A man gonna do whatever a man feels is best for him. A man is willing to stand on his motherfucking shit regardless whether other people don't like that. A man fights for his peace and his happiness, regardless of whether it goes with the social norms, regardless of whether it goes with what he was raised to believe, regardless of what it goes, if it goes along with what you believe. He believes, and he stands on that shit. That's what a fucking man does. A man doesn't conform to everybody else's shit just to fit the fucking. That's not what a man does. At least in my definition of a man. I'm not gonna tell y'all what a man is. I'm gonna tell y'all what I feel like a man is, and you can feel something different, and that's your goddamn business. If you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. A man's gonna stand on his shit and stand on what he believes in, and what he believes in is based on real, being logical, accepting truth, accepting fact, and then creating what's best for him based on the reality of what's going on, the truth about who they are, the facts about whatever situation he's in, and just thinking logically. If your reality and what you're standing on is based on some bullshit narrative that you're creating to make yourself feel better, then no, you don't qualify for this definition of a man that I have. So be coming to me with your motherfucking kids. Now, if you got grown kids, that's good. I'm 45. Most people I know had kids in their early 20s, and their kids is out of the house or in college, and they home alone. So yeah, it's just mama time. Mama gonna meet her man, and y'all motherfucking go about y'all business. I ain't never gotta see your motherfucking kids. Your kids grown, I never gonna see the motherfuckers. I gotta see them when I come over your house because they live with you if they're that age. But once they grown, we what 45, 50 years old. My kids, yo, what we trying to do, boo? We gonna walk around butt ass naked and make pancakes. What the fuck we gonna do? Now, if you my age and your kids are grown and they out of the house and you an empty nester and you single and by yourself and you ain't got to worry about baby daddy and what he doing, yeah. The ideal situation, and I know this is a stretch, is a chick my age who got a good head on her shoulders that never had kids, that wants to have kids, that knows how to raise kids. And I know at 45 years old, it's hard to find that. And I know at 45 years old, it's hard to find a chick at my age who is childless and still wants to have children. The best, the best parents I've come across are parents who had kids, didn't have kids until their late 30s, early 40s. I know people who had kids at 40 years old, and they're the better parents because they're mature, they're grown, they're aware, You know what I'm saying? They're stable mentally, financially, emotionally, hopefully. You would assume so. So having a kid at 45 is not a bad thing. Um, in that sense, to me, is has its downfalls from a physical standpoint because we closer to death than we are to birth. That's just reality. So I don't want to be 55 years old with a 10-year-old kid and call them the quits. I don't want to be 65 years old with a 20-year-old kid and die before I can see my grandkids. So that's things to think about, things to worry about. But that wasn't even the purpose of this video. The purpose of the video was to talk about, as a single man dealing with single women who have kids, stop making your kids a package deal. One, if a man develops a relationship with your kids, it's because it's a natural, organic thing that happens because they want to. If your kids got a father, motherfucker, go get their daddy to be their daddy. If their daddy doesn't exist anymore, that's understandable. That having a positive male presence is a good thing for your kids. But again, that shouldn't be something that the man in your life who is here for you should be obligated to do. You got coaches, mentors, teachers, uncles, whatever the case may be. You can find a lot of positive male representation for your kids without forcing your spouse or the man who met you and trying to get to know you into that position. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like it, who's that? Easy E say, if you don't like my lifestyle, then fuck you. I'm UrHero SupaTim. Super. Is this Super Speaks? It's Super Speaks. It's motherfucking Happy Black Man podcast. It's Love is Super. What else can this fall under? I think that's it. Super Speaks, Love is Super, Happy Black Man podcast. This whole soliloquy, as Stephen A. Smith likes to say, can fall under either show because it fits all of the description of what all those shows focus on. Super Speaks is just me speaking on what the fuck is on my mind. Love is Super, speaking on love, and this has to do with love and relationships. And Happy Black Man podcast is fits under that because I'm speaking on something that has to do with black male happiness. So yeah, slap it under all of that. I'm UrHero SupaTim. You want to talk love is super. If you a black man, you want to talk about black male happiness, you can be on those shows as well with me, by yourself, whatever you want to do. I do a lot of content creation. I have a lot of shows that I have in development that I'm looking for people to be a part of because I don't want to be the face of 22 shows, literally 22 shows that I have. But if you want to be on them, let's hit a nigga up. Hit a nigga up. Hit a motherfucker up. Hit me on IG. What up, Super? That's the fastest way. And we'll see what's good. On that note, catch me in the streets, catch me in the studio, catch me online because if you ain't there, you ain't nowhere. I'm UrHero SupaTim. And I'm out.